We are building $1 million parade home.
Feel your left hand free and your right hand grip with another left hand watches right and slip towards his gun.
The truth of the matter, this spec home could bankrupt us if it doesn't sell. And we're putting in the parade. On top of that, it's going in the parade.
Oh dang, like next year's parade?
Yeah, 2025. If we attempt to get in this parade home and we miss the mark, they won't let us in for 3 years.
I'm probably 52% confident.
You guys are really selling me here.
My favorite features is out the back, valley views, and then out the front, Rapunzel balcony that you could look out and see the mountains.
You guys do have quite the road in front of you. 6 months to make the parade, it's winter, got 14 days to spare. Why are you guys doing this?
Building cool custom stuff, like that's what we do. We gotta get rocking and rolling, we have to move. And every second, every day matters.
Guess you better get to it.
Feeling top deck on the yacht. I'm a hot girl, show me some respect.
You obviously want to stay clear of the blades, especially if it's windy. Okay, on to the next one. So what we're doing here is we're flying the drone. We use a software that allows me to plug in GPS coordinates into the drone. The drone will then fly to the location where I can lower it out of the sky down to that point. You know, because it's a drone, it does have some inaccuracies. Survey equipment, traditional survey equipment, is going to be a lot more accurate than this is, so I wouldn't do this and try to record it with the government or anything. That being said, though, we can get pretty close within about 6 feet of error. So yeah, so we flew the drone's over there. We're going to hike over there with a stake, mark the location. Now I forgot the other stakes, so I'm just going to put in a temporary one. I'll come back and put a permanent one in here in a second. This ground is too hard to push through. I'll put an X. A little dangerous. Don't recommend trying that at home, but you have no really safe spot to land. Had to pull it out of the air, I guess. We just got back from staking out the lot. It's a very exciting time. You get to see what it looks like, but it has shown us some challenges and some things I got to get sorted out. I'm about to go meet with Bentley to kind of go over those things. This is the perfect lot. Valley views out the back. Out the front, you have this beautiful mountain. You have views 360. It is perfect. I already had it staked. Might be jumping the gun. Devin might have some issues with it, but we are gonna try to build a beautiful home on it, and I'm pretty sure with our skills we can get it to work. It's gonna be a beautiful lot. It'll have nice views, but there's definitely gonna be some challenges in construction, especially trying to get footings on native soil. We're gonna have some things that are gonna need to be figured out that you wouldn't have to do if you had a nice, flat, even lot. What makes this lot nice is the fact that it slopes back here. So these stakes here are the front of the house. So the house is gonna sit here at the front. So then the back of the house, it slopes down. So we're gonna have a walkout basement, which who doesn't love a walkout basement? I really hope we don't have to bring in any engineered fill in order to make it work, but honestly, after looking at it, we'll have to see. When we're building a spec home, we definitely have to pick the best lot. If we can't sell this, we shouldn't be building homes. Yeah, you're probably right. But I'm gonna pass all the problems because this isn't a perfect lot to build on. My biggest concern about this is, I mean, just look at the difference in height from, I mean, this is the top corner, right? And we're looking from here, and you look down there to the low corner over there. I mean, look how far down that is. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do a normal 10-foot basement.
not only are we sloping this way, but we're sloping that way. We got to figure out that corner, but then we have this corner that we have to worry about too, because now we have all this dirt here. But if you're wanting to do a walkout, I mean, where are we going to retain this dirt?
Location is everything. And this lot has valley views, mountain views, and the floor plan we have for it is super unique, none like it that I've seen in Utah. But we do have to make some modifications because the lot is sloped, which we will. We're gonna go dive deep and get it fixed.
Hey Bentley, how's it going?
Well, I just heard back from the bank on a big project that I want you to come over to Model Home to hear about it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, like right now?
Yeah, right now.
All right, I'm not too far away. I'll head over there.
Come on in.
So what's the project?
We just heard back from the bank, and Landon said that we are approved to do over $1 million spec home.
$1 million bucks? Really? Okay.
Oh, this thing is incredible.
Well, can I go see it?
We'll give you a 3D tour. We threw it into our in-house software here. What we did is they took the imagery from the drone, stitched together a 3D model. What's awesome is, you can see exactly how it's going to sit on the lot.
That's pretty.
You know, we had the lot staked out, so you can see here, our points are landing next to our stakes. Back in the day, they used to, they used to draw them by hand. This has really helped us identify problems up front. We can solve them even before there's people on the clock.
Yeah, builders really 2024 going to 2025 should not be using 2D plans. They should really use.
I know. I'm always amazed people build like $1 million house and have no idea what it's going to look like.
Derek, the one thing I liked about this house is if you look, those 3 gables are symmetrical. And then you have the square above the porch with the Rapunzel balcony.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
It's just, you don't see a lot of homes in Utah that has this look.
So this is that Rapunzel balcony here with the door coming out.
Wow, that's cool.
Look at the views. Look at that.
Yeah, so it's gonna be beautiful right out all the way out through here. It's more nature-esque, more nature views out this way. Mountain views.
You can look at a 2D plan and understand this is what you're getting.
But the main feature about this is, you really get to see what it looks like, outside.
Out the back, you have insane views, massive windows. You have this amazing arch when you come in from the front door. And either you can go left to the first guest master, and then to the right you have your office, and then you go through the barrel vault, and from there then you have the family room, the kitchen. The master has this amazing shower that is literally glass, on the corner.
Yeah, this window is going to be cool.
That's so cool. I think you guys will win some awards with this. This is incredible.
I think so. The truth of the matter, this spec home could bankrupt us if it doesn't sell. And we're putting in the parade. On top of that, it's going in the parade.
Wait, what's the deadline for that? It's like 6 months?
I think it'll be less than 6 months because, this is a parade home, so it's got to be like show ready by May.
Okay, my opinion, the biggest risk is, we already have our 2026 parade home lined up, 16,000 square feet. If we attempt to get in this parade home and we miss the mark, they won't let us in for 3 years. Yeah, wow. And they fine us.
I'm probably 52% confident it could be achieved.
I think if we don't sleep, we're fine.
So why are you guys doing this?
Well, you forget, we just forget between the last parade and the next parade how painful it is.
Like our previous pregnancy. We just forget. We want another. But no, honestly, building cool custom stuff, that's what we do. Even though it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of stress and a lot of time put into it. We enjoy it enough that those things mean less than the satisfaction we get when we're done.
That's going to be incredible. But I mean, you guys do have quite the road in front of you. I mean, you only have 6 months to make the parade. It's winter, you know. It's obviously going to be the most expensive house in the neighborhood. Got 14 days to spare.
Come on, Derek, be a little bit more optimistic here, okay?
How are you guys feeling? How are you going to do it? What's the next steps?
So next, we got to get rocking and rolling. We have to move. I mean, every second, every day matters. So tomorrow we need to start digging.
Hey, shady baby, I'm hot, like the prodigal son.
So we're here today, beautiful Wednesday morning. We're dropping off the equipment. This is our excavation equipment over here. We're gonna get ready to start digging this hole. We'll be breaking ground soon.
Feel your left hand's free and your right hand grip with another left hand watches right and slip.
It has taken way too long, but I'm so glad we're about to start this house. Got the machine here ready to go. Dump truck is showing up tomorrow. Crew's getting here. We're getting ready to begin the dig. Got all of our problems figured out, so now we can just build a beautiful home.
Well, I got the problems for the dig figured out.
N-E-O-O-M-G-G Whiz girl, you're the one for me. Though your man's bigger than I am, all my days he disagrees. Oh, no, speak easy.
We just finished digging the hole. Got a soils engineer coming to do a soils inspection on it to let us know if we're good to pour footings. I've got footings scheduled this afternoon. I'm very nervous. I've got the schedule very tight, and I want to make sure that this goes well, because if we don't pass this inspection, I'm going to have delays, and I'm going to have to push people back, and we're going to have to rework people's schedule. And right now, everything works for everybody, so if we really need this to pass.
So we got bad news.
A little bit, yeah. These lots that are on slopes with fill pushed over them are always a kind of pain.
Oh yeah.
This soil probe, you can shove it way down up to here. So this fill that's sitting on top is just not very stable. It's loose. It's loose. It's not good fill. It hasn't been put in properly, and so it does need to be removed.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. I might have to end up calling off my footing guy because we're not going to be ready in time, and I hate doing that.
What we just discovered is we have some fill dirt here, which, imagine if I decided to dig a hole somewhere else and I just piled all that dirt from that other house onto this lot, and then I'm just gonna have a top layer that's extremely loose and it's not compacted. Trying to put a foundation and a footing on that would be extremely dangerous. So we have to dig down till we find native soil. Once we have that compacted soil, then we're gonna put engineered fill to bring it back to the level where we wanted to initially put the house. And then from there, we can set our footings and then our foundation walls and build up from there. Because there's some fill dirt here, we literally just lost a week, which sucks.
We do have some good news. We did hit native down on this side, which is represented by this darker line right here between the soils. You'll notice this is a little more reddish, a little more brown. From here up, it's a little more gray. That gray is just some fill that's been added, mixed with some topsoil. But from here down with the more reddish is where native is, which is good, but the lines that it takes, it drops off sharply. If you have natural, oak brush or, natural, trees or foliage, you can't set a house on top of those roots. They'll decompose over time and leave air gaps in underneath your foundation, which then will cause it to settle. So we have to remove all that. That's going to be a little more money than what we expected. It's definitely not good news. However, it is very common in hillside construction, mountainside construction. So we're looking at pretty close to, I would say, ballpark $5,000.
That's funny you say, because last night I was literally talking to my wife. I was like, construction's kind of ruined me. It seems like when something goes wrong, it always costs like $5,000.
Yeah.
They're like always $5,000 mistakes.
It's
Yeah.
never like $10.
Yeah, exactly.
But we got to do what we got to do.
Just lost $5,000 today.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? We could have just taken $5,000 and just put it in a barrel and burned it.
You get some benefit. I mean, I do sleep a little better knowing it's on gravel and not on native.
I'd rather sleep on $5,000 than
$5,000 will get you a new mattress.
I guess the other thing is that we're delayed now.
That's the hardest part about this whole situation. It's not the $5,000. We can make up to $5,000 in a budget somewhere else. The $5,000 is nothing. It's peanuts in construction. But the time delay is something we don't have.
The worst thing is, yeah, snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, then we're out another
Could
week.
be another week, yeah.
This could be the domino effect
This could be the.
that makes it so we don't get in a parade, because it could be just week after week, delay.
It could. This could be the nail in the coffin.
That soils inspection was a blow to our momentum, and I got to dig deep, figuratively and literally. I got to hit this native soil, and we're going to do everything we can to make up the time. Any time that we lose, we'll make it up, and we're going to make this parade. Hell or high water, we're making the parade.
We got the permit picked up. I came here to find out what the best location is for this because we have an inspection scheduled for Wednesday. The soils engineer told us last week that we needed to fill with 3/4 inch engineered fill. They just barely dropped off some loads. They're just getting it spread out. And then once it's all compacted and ready to go, we're ready to form up the footings. Tomorrow it looks like rain. So hopefully by the end of the day, we can get some blankets down. Ultimately, if we could just get the footings, those are the primary concern for this week.
There we go. Keeping our baby warm at night. Gotta keep the snow off the ground where our footings will sit.
Okay, so we're out here this evening. What we're doing here is we have to put blankets down. They're gonna trap the current heat that's in here, and then overnight when temperatures drop and they get close to freezing or below freezing, these blankets will help from the frost getting into the ground. If you go to pour a footing and there's frost in there, you're gonna trap that moisture. And if you have moisture and dirt together, that causes settling. And that's something you don't want on a brand new house. It doesn't always work 100%, I mean, depending on the temperatures, but thankfully tonight, we shouldn't get below freezing. We get close, but we shouldn't get below. We cover the whole basement, particularly where the footings are going to be located, and we try to keep it warm overnight and keep the weather off of it. We're done here today. We've got as many blankets as we have. We have the soils engineer coming back tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow morning to kind of take a look at our work to see what we've done, make sure that the engineered fill we brought in is going to be sufficient, make sure we've hit native soil in the areas that was needed to, and hopefully he gives us the green light and we're ready to pour. If that isn't the case and we have to adjust some things, that may cause some delays for us.
The pain's gonna be worth it, because this house, we're doing things that nobody's done. And I know this because we're having to specially manufacture it in-house to make it happen. And it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be worth it though. I'm really excited. The journey is gonna be epic. Well, looks like you pulled off a Hail Mary.
Yeah, barely.
You literally didn't give them any time.
No. Yeah, all the cards have to fall into place. Every single one of them, not one can miss.